Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for giving so much love and support on the first guide. And this is the second part of the guide in which I'm going to go ahead and tell you some basics of how to build a team comp or in Temtem for competitive and what should be the basic idea that you should have regarding like how to build the synergies and what weaknesses do you need to look out for specifically on that side. Okay. So if you like the content that I'm making, then be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with as many of your PvP friends as you can so we can grow a community and we need as many people as we can for Temtem as well. So without wasting any time, guys, let's go straight into the guide. So here we are, guys, on this side that I'm going to post in the description as well. And let me just show you how it works. So basically, there are 8 slots over here. You can put it with any Temtems that you would like. So I would suggest if you have literally no clue on how to work it out, you should go for this document and take a look at the tiers of the Temtem. And I remember in last video I told you guys that tier Temtems are like meta Temtems are not good to play with and you should play with your own team. But I do think I thought again on it, and I think if you start playing a meta team, you can actually learn the game a lot faster on what works and what not works. So that is one thing you can do. But I still think if you want to make your own team, you can do it like putting some meta teams, meta Temtems in your team, and some random that you like. So for example, I have a friend with me here who wanted me to make a team for him. So let me ask him what kind of a team does he want, and I'll show you how to build it for him, and weaknesses and resistances, and how does he play around it. So Misfit, what kind of a team would you like to make for yourself?
Well, is it possible to have a Gunch and Momo on the same team?
Okay, so basically his requirements are having a Momo, which is this Temtem right here, and a Sky, which is right here. Now, the problem with that is that's two neutrals that he wants in one team. So it's a bit hard to set it up, but it's not impossible. So let's try doing it for his way, like how he wants to do it, right? So let's say we put a Scunch in here, we put a Momo in here, and now we just need to fill the rest of the team in such a way that it balances itself out. So I think the best way to do it would be first of all look for some terms that are in the S tier as well and which might fit the team as well. So let's just say I see this list and I think Raikin and Gialis are really nice for him. So we definitely take Gialis in because Gialis would be straight up like it kills Kinu in one shot, it kills most of the mentals in one shot with Crystal Bite unless their TV spreads are specifically made to avoid Gialis. So I would put Gialis in there and then again we might go with Divine and Mix. Now the reason why I put all three of these in one team, even though like the meta right now is revolving around fires, would actually be that these are three crystals, but what do crystals kill is the question. So if you think about it, crystals always kill the mentals, right? So if mentals are dead, then the main carry for his team would be Skunch and Momo. That's what he wants, right? So he wants Skunch and Momo to carry, but the only thing that kills Skunch and Momo are mentals. So you put something that counters that mental, which is a crystal. So I'll explain how it works in detail. Let me fill the other 3 slots as well. So let's just say I put in a Wolverine here, a Wolfie in here, and then the last slot I would actually give it to, let's just say a Kino for now. So this is what I built on default without much thinking on it, right? And then all you have to do is you have to make sure you put all the moves in. And if you're confused again what moves to use, then you can just use this document as template for yourself. So let's just say Momo, you have to use Undermine, Bark, Willpower Drain, and double edge. And then the TV spreads are also given in here. So the more detail about TVs I'll go in the next video, but you can get a basic reference of all the skills and the items over here. So let's see. Let's just put some skills that I already know. I'll quickly fill it up so you guys don't waste much time. So Hatouchi, Oshidashi, let's just say a P jab and a Savage suplex. Let's say I just run this over here. And the same way, I just fail quickly on every single thing that is there. So the reason that you have to fill all of these is because once you fill that, only then over here it actually shows like the coverage. You see, like I filled it for Scunch, so it is showing it here, but the others are not. So you have to fill all the moves in there in order to see your coverages, and that's very important part of the build. And even if you want help from someone, you need all those filled up so the person can directly go here and check this up and then help you out with where your weaknesses are and stuff. But if you see right off the bat, there is one weakness of this formation, and that's actually fire, right? So what you do, like the way that Misfit would have to play this formation is ban every single fire that he faces, and he can literally kill everything else properly, to be honest. Like three for Earth, digitals are not in the game, so digitals is not a problem. Only one weakness is to crystal, so he can deal with crystal just fine. Electric are almost non-existent, but if they do come by, then yeah, Wolfie can take care of it. Gialis can take care of it as well. Fire, as I said, he has to ban fire if he wants to play this specific formation. Again, melee, he has two weaknesses and two strong points. Mental, again, two strong points. But Gialis is also a strong point. It's just because I didn't have, like, I didn't put the moves here. That's why it's not showing there. Let me show you. So I put the moves in here, sharp stabs, crystal bud, and now if I go here, it should show here. I'm not sure why it's not showing, but Gial is actually crystal bite is one-shotting most of the mentals in the game. So technically his team is like all-rounder right now, but he has to make sure he absolutely bans fires if he comes across them. But the problem is this current meta is a lot of fires, so what I would rather do is remove the Kinu and maybe put a Size Munch in here. Size Munch or a Grumper, to be honest. So that's what I would put in here, and then when I open this again, let's say Earthbound, let me just put one Earth move over here, which is a wreck. And now it has one over here, and I open the coverage, it shows one over here. But if I put more moves, like I go on Wolfie and I put a Dust Vortex and a Sandstorm, I open this again, and there you see. So now we have two against fire. And if I fill all of these, it will actually fill up. So let me just actually fill all of these so it's not a confusion for any of you. So Plague, Anaerobic, Loom, Gatling, Mix should always be Puppet Master, Energy Manipulation. And also, guys, there is a way like how does the EV spread work as well. So I'll say you a small example as well in this video itself, and more into that in the TV spread video. But the small example that I wanted to give you guys would actually be about the Tuine, which we are about to go into. So Tuine, there is like 100% that you have to have 62 stamina on a Tuine. Now, why is that, you might ask, right? So let me see how many points do we need to put here. So as you can see here, every time I increase the point, so 35 is 61 and 36 is 62. So we need exactly 36 TVs for it to be 62. Now, why do you need it to be 62, you might ask? So if you have 62 stamina, you can actually, you see this move, Crystal Plume Gatling, you can use this move 3 times without getting overexerted or getting out of stamina. Like you will exactly end up on 0 stamina if you do this 3 times, and you will not overexert if you have exactly 62. So that is called a breakpoint for stamina, and that's just an example for it to whine. There are multiple like stamina breakpoints for various Temtems, and the only way you understand all those is when you like play the game more, play ranked more and more, and you study the builds, then you know about it by like naturally. So I mean, if you come here and you check out, there is a lot of builds where it clearly says like a breakpoint. So if you see this, this is a Kino. It says 267 special attack is a normal one. But if you have 190 special attack and it's written scrunch next to it, which means that that is a breakpoint for Kino. So if you have 190 points in special attack, it is enough to one shot a scunch right away, like from 100 to 0. So that's a breakpoint for Kino. So there are a lot of breakpoints in this spreadsheet. So I can't cover everything right now in this video, but I definitely want you guys to take a look. If you decide to take a term and it has some kind of a breakpoint, I would really like if anybody of you like want me to add. So add me up on Discord and ask me regarding that. I would be more than happy to help you out regarding what kind of breakpoint is that and what does that exactly do, right? So let's get back here and it should be Crystal Plume Gatling. I use Diamond Fort, but that's just me. And there would be Nox Bomb and Feather Gatling or Tornado, but that's your choice. So I usually go with Tornado, but Feather Gatling is what most people do. So I would recommend him this for now. Let's just see this double gash, and a hook kick. And we are almost ready with our team now. For him, we made a team for him. This is almost ready. Bark Undermine, Willpower Drain, and fourth one, Double Edge. So this is pretty much the team. Now, of course, every single term has an item that's required as well, so you can put it effectively, but I'll skip it for now because we need to keep it as short as we can and it should be focused on team building, right? So let's say I make this team right now for him. Okay, this actually requires heat up as well. Impact and uppercut. So uppercut should be here, and this is the basic team that we made for him now. Now, when I go here in team coverage, now you can actually see everything that you want to see in one spot. So wind, again, Scunch takes care of earth, crystal. He's weak against mental and earth. So let's see the team overall now. Do we have stuff that is weak to a lot of stuff? We have a lot of coverages now. So the green is what we see in this one. Seismuch is good against crystal, against earth, it does melee damage, so it's good. Against fire, it's really nice. So the only weaknesses for Seismuch would be mental, grass, and water, of course. So that is that. So coverage is something that you look at once, but you do not need to focus much. But resistance is what you mostly check, and that's what actually makes you realize what your weaknesses are and how do you need to play in the ladder according to that. So in this formation, before Seismuch, it was actually four weaknesses for him on fire, but still, this does mean that he still has to ban fire if he faces it. And like the one Temtem, I would say if if he sees a Drakash on the enemy team, he has to definitely ban it because Drakash kills Gialis, Gialis, Tuwine, Mix, and even Seismuch. Sometimes a Drakash can kill it with a Stone Ball if it hits hard. So he has to take care of the fire Temtems. That's pretty much the core of this formation. And Misfit, what do you think of it? Do you think you can afford a size much, or do you think I should put a grumper for you?
Um, a grumper sounds good.
Alright, so if he wants a grumper, then we change it up for a grumper. And grumper is like a jack of all trades, you can say. He's really nice. He covers a lot of bases. He clears water temtems by electricity moves. He kills the mental temtems by electricity. He covers the fire temtems with earth. The only thing is he's weak against melee. So you need to cover up the melee and the grass types that he's weak to. So if you see a grass temtem, you have to make sure you go with Valorant to wine Noxious Bomb starts and just start bombing that grass temtem down. Always remember, if you see 5 versus 5, you have to see which one of the enemy Temtem is going to damage more than 2 of yours. And you have to make sure that Temtem goes down. If that Temtem dies, Even if one of your Temtem dies while killing it, it's totally worth it because your other Temtems have no weaknesses after that one thing goes down. So if that thing is down, you are good to go. Let's just say we put the Grumper in here and we put all the moves, Thunder Strike, Electric Storm, Mud Shower, and let's just say Earthbreaker for now. We come back in coverage, and again it's resistances, and it's a good thing again. Now we have 2x against. It takes 2x damage from melee, grass, and water, but it takes 0.25 from electric, 0.5 from earth, zero point 0.5 toxic, and 0.5 wind. So it's 4 resistances and 4 weaknesses again. But Grumper is all rounder, a very nice addition to the team, I would recommend. And that's pretty much it for the team building, guys. I mean, once you make a team over here like this and you're not sure of the TVs, all you have to do is literally click on save your team if you have an account linked with your Discord. But if you don't, then all you have to do is click on share your team and you get a link. So you can just open this link like that and it will open up your team as it is, intact with all the TVs as well that you have saved over there. So that's pretty much it. Once you have that team, you can either put it on community Discord, as I said, or you can just ping it to me, like add me as friend and ping it to me. I can be more than happy to help you as well. Put a comment in the section like what did you like about this video and what would you like to see in the next one, which is going to be about TV spreads and how do people make specific TV spreads for specific tempems and how does it work around that. That would be all for today, guys. Thank you so much for being around and hope you have a great day.